My coworker is heterophobic. I work as a power plant turbine engineer in New York City. For 2 years straight, it was just me and 7 other dudes on the team, until Ashley joined. She talked in a high-pitched voice and wore a very obvious push-up bra, so I was scared of her being a pick-me, but she ended up being super nice. So much so that I invited her to our weekly team bonding session. So there we were, all 9 of us, sitting in a dumpling house when she pointed out a girl that walked in. Hey, she seems like she would be your type. You guys would look so cute together. I stared at her blankly, and that's when Joshua, my team leader, chimed in. OMG Amanda, my name. I told you dressing emo made you look a little fruity. I laughed awkwardly and told Ashley that I was, in fact, a heterosexual woman. At first she laughed along with me and even exclaimed that we could go hunting for husbands together. But from there, whenever I spoke to her in the group, she'd act like she didn't hear me. And whenever me and Joshua tried to talk to each other, she would cut me off and try to overpower the conversation. Usually at work, she trusted everything that I told her and seemed to have a lot of respect for me. But throughout the entire week, she kept making passive-aggressive comments about how some of us had to earn our spots through actual qualifications. And on all the days that Joshua was meant to be in the office, she would wear pencil skirts that were too see-through to be by accident. Up until this point, I thought she had a crush on Joshua and was just trying to get his attention. But I was sitting in the bathroom stall procrastinating work and playing Candy Crush when I heard it. Ashley stormed in, screaming her head off on a phone call. Sure, Amanda's nice and all, but I'm just sick of everyone pretending that it's normal that she got promoted in 6 months, as if she actually has any skill. And suddenly, everything made sense. Because that's when she said, as if that SLot has ever done any work outside of Joshua's bedroom. You effing idiot, Joshua is gay, I wanted to yell, but instead I stayed silent. I figured it was more fun that way. You see, there was a role I had before becoming a power plant turbine engineer, one that I had retired from, and that was being a petty bitch. So now it was time to bring it back. I started off by leaning into it. Every time I left Joshua's office, I'd adjust my lipstick like it had gotten smeared for a reason. During meetings, I would lock eyes with Joshua and let him be the first one to break it. And Amanda bit back. She started running into us during our daily hot dog runs and tried to impress him by shoving as much of the hot dog into her mouth as possible. Actually so cringe. And if there was one thing Joshua was a sucker for, it was a massage. And under normal circumstances, I would never give a man a massage. But Joshua was more like my best friend than my boss. Well that, and he was a whole fruitcake. So on Sunday night, I texted him asking if he wanted to come to work early, and I'd give him one. And when he said yes, I texted into the group chat saying, can't wait to see you early on Monday morning. Just the 2 of us, smiley face emoji. And right after, I sent a text saying, that was meant for Joshua. And of course, Ashley viewed the message straight away. So there we were in his office on Monday morning, with my hands on his shoulders and him groaning out loud, when Ashley barged in with her phone out and the camera flash on. Aha! You effing a word, I knew you had Joshua inside of you! Joshua slowly turned around, looking genuinely confused. Ashley, what in the world? Did you just call Amanda a— He was then interrupted by the sound of me bursting out laughing. I slowly walked over to the corner and picked up a photo frame of Joshua and his husband kissing. Ashley's face went completely red. Get the F out of my office, Joshua said, his voice flat and assertive. Ashley was fired after that. Turns out calling your colleague a slur while illegally recording them is frowned upon, even if you think you're exposing an affair. After that, everything finally went back to normal. Until a month later, that is. Because when I walked into the office, Joshua pulled me aside and asked me what the F I was doing. Turns out someone had made me a lonely fans page, and all the photos were deepfake AI images of me completely unclothed. I instantly knew Ashley was the one behind it. Full story on channel, link below.